The Skyline Eagles swooping inside the River Dome for some redemption. Coach Todd Crummer knows that with their recent success, his Rivervat volleyball squad is the hunted team in this area, while Shannon Murphy's Skyline team is searching for their first city title. Huron defeated this Skyline team last year in district finals, and the Lady Rats will need to be firing on all cylinders if they want to quiet this energetic and fast Eagle defense. I'm Kevin Bryant, your analyst tonight, and it's my pleasure to bring in the man, the legend, Pete Poyer. Good evening, Pete.
Hey, Kevin, how's it going tonight?
Awesome, man.
And we are just about to get this match underway. Skyline serving on your right. And we are underway here at the River Dome. And the first point will go to Huron. Nice kill by Peyton Richardson for the Rats.
If we can have some freshmen or JV step up and ball shag on the far side.
Oh, that's always fun. When you're at the game and you're a young kid, why not scrap around and get some balls?
Oh, Huron serving. And that's going to be point Huron. Honestly, Kevin, that ball looked inside the line, but
close shot right there.
The upper referee right on it, looking right down the line. Attempted block by Skyline. Another point for Huron. And they're up 3-0. Nice block by Huron there. And that's going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll be point for Skyline. And they get on the board.
Nice play there by trying to get the little tap over the net, but you got to control it just a little bit more because the Skyline Eagle front line is long.
Serves in the net, side out, point Huron. Back to serve, the libero, number 4, Emily Dodd.
Skyline is going. Well, if Skyline's going to upset the Huron team tonight, Pete, they're really going to have to make do on some good service. That wasn't one of them.
Another kill for Skyline. Gives them their second point.
Looks like we might have one of those running jump shots here as far as the services can.
And a nice dink there by Huron. That'll make it 5-2 in favor of the River Rats.
Demetro smart on the play there. She saw that the defense was overcommitted, backing up off the net. She decided to just go ahead and find a spot and shoot it right in there. Oh, good rally here.
Yeah, point for Huron.
Good play there by Hajati. She was actually the server on that play. She noticed that the ball was coming a bit outside. Good play. Communication is key in a game like this because there's so much fast movement going on.
That service is long. Another point for Skyline.
Number 10, Alexa Pinsky, in for number 11, Jennifer Dixon, and number 3, Hannah Klein, in for number 9, Danielle Detroit.
Alexa Pinsky on the serve here for the Eagles.
referees are having a discussion.
Could it be a discussion on that last play there?
Could be. Well, that service was long.
Or would they be talking about how the ball bounced off of the backboard?
You know, I thought my eyes were deceiving when I saw that.
Yeah.
But it did look like the ball bounced off the backboard.
I would consider that would probably be out, right?
I would think the backboard would be out of bounds, especially seeing how far it is from the back end line there. You can see how much further the basket is. Well, score remains the same. And that's going to be off Huron and out of bounds. Skyline point.
Austin on a powerful shot there.
Back to serve.
Good call.
Ball in right in the corner.
Well, when you can spike it that deep into the defense, it's not playable really for the Eagles. Good play there by the Rats.
And there's another spike by Huron. Another point by the River Rats.
That's that in-between position for a defensive player. Not sure if you're going to go underhand or overhand for the set.
You don't have a lot of time to think.
Good dig. Both teams strong on the defense now.
A good volley going here on this point.
Wow. Deja vu.
I guess I jinxed that.
Well, I tell you, Austin has got a magnet with her right now as far as that ball coming right at her.
Another point for Huron.
I'm sorry. You could see right there Austin saying, my bad. The pass was just a bit too much over the net for the Eagle blocker to come in and knock it in.
Off the left side. Point Skyline substitution. Coming into the game, number 6, Serena Cowan. Replacing Gabby Skipstad.
That was a good play there by Hannah Klein. Instead of waiting for the play to materialize, she just went ahead and spiked it right on over.
Attempted block off a Skyline player. Another point for Huron.
Game, Sarah Edwards to serve. Substitution, number 2. Well, sorry, my bad.
Difference so far in this first set here has definitely been the control of the ball by the River Rats.
Tax wide, point Huron.
Another point for Huron. And again, I don't know if it's Mize or what, but that ball looked into me.
Look a little wide.
The ball looked in.
Oh, looked in.
Inside the line.
Skyline.
Oh, timeout on the floor. Skyline will call timeout. Huron up 12-5 here in game 1, best of 5.
Coach Shannon Murphy over there for the Eagles is really trying to slow and calm her team down a little bit. Again, when we opened, we said these two teams met in a match last year in district finals, but the Eagles are coming off a week ago, big win in school history when they swept the Pioneers. So they're putting themselves in a very good position to capture their first city title.
Football game on October 11th versus Saline. Please help support breast cancer.
And I think we're going to take a quick look at that last play there, Pete. Can you really see? Oh, it's on the opposite side. I think that's about a. Man, that's close.
It's hitting right where the player is. It's very
it's
difficult to see.
Kind of difficult.
point. Kristen Barlitel,
Fortunate play there for the
Huron.
Riverettes.
For context, point Huron.
That service is long.
Point Skyline, Claire Fender.
Really, Huron very well in control of the match. Skyline getting most of its points by Huron mistakes.
Yes,
Unforced errors, if you will.
Unforced errors is something that the Eagles' defense puts that pressure on the other team to cause. So I guess it's really not unforced, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Kill, number 10.
Another block out of bounds off a Skyline player. Huron points.
You know, just on the eyeball test, looking at both teams here net side, Skyline looks like it has some height advantage going on against the Hurons.
Well, they have three players 5'11" and one at 5'10".
Perfect for volleyball.
Another nice block by Huron. Puts it down and gets the point.
Point Huron.
And Huron up 10 now in the first game.
Both teams, you can tell, have their defensive specialists out there with a different jersey on.
Point for Skyline there.
After that time out there, it looks like Shannon Murphy's Eagles squad is doing a better job as far as court spacing.
Another Skyline player, another point for Huron.
Momentum definitely all on the Rat side right now. Good hustle.
Nice block by Skyline.
Side out, Skyline into the game, Allie Austin and Gabby Skipstad.
Claire Fendrick right there on a nice block. Has some nice subs. You can see she's still excited out there.
And that kill off a Huron player, point for Skyline. That might be the first time in this game they've gotten two in a row.
There you go, and Alexandria Austin is showing that momentum may be shifting to the Eagles now.
Service by Gabby Skifstad for the Eagles.
Just a powerful spike there by the Rats.
Serving for Huron, Emily Dodd.
The Eagles really have to do a little bit better job as far as placement of their serves. They're right at Huron defenders.
And service is wide, point for Skyline.
Well, maybe that's why she has a defensive specialist jersey on.
Kara Vilatel for Huron with that wide serve.
Sly.
A nice dink by Huron. Catches the Eagle defense napping.
2 times in a row, the Eagles were just smothering the net. That time, again, they approached the net wisely from a Huron player, just with a nice touch.
Another nice kill for Huron.
maybe a mistake on the set there. 2 players on the Eagles side rushing the net. Communication has to improve in a play like that.
Calls number 5 in the net.
Oh, what was that, a reversal?
Skyline and substitution, Alexa Pinsky, number 10, into the
Oh,
game.
just a change, I'm sorry.
Number 3, Hannah Klein, into the game.
I'm not up on all of the official gestures on the volleyball net here.
Come on, Kevin, get with it. Google it.
That one's good. Number 5, Sarah Edwards, off the
Another
block
point
for
for
the
Huron.
game.
That'll make it 20-11 in favor of the River Rats.
Sarah Edwards on the spike that time for the Rats.
Under the net, Skyline point, Huron.
A foul by the Skyline player there under the net on the Huron side, so point goes to Huron.
Tip kill. For Skyline, side out. Into the game, number 6, Serena Cowan, replacing Gabby Skipsdad.
Skyline fighting hard, but on the short end of the stick here in game 1.
You know, and just as we were talking about that service there from the Eagles in a different position.
Skyline.
Even
Missed
where
it there by Huron.
She's setting up kind of right in the middle of the play there.
Serves wide.
That
Side
service
out.
is out of bounds.
Richardson back into the game, and substitution, number 12.
Well, you said it best,
Paige
Pete,
Miles
as far
coming
as
in
Skyline
for
not
Elias.
being able to string several points in a row. That's really crushing their momentum.
Off the left side, Skyline
Attempted
lead
block
goes.
by Richardson.
Dodge back in the game.
No one there to
And Claire Kendrick
help her out
back
as
in
the
game.
block was off her hands and down on the floor here. Skyline point.
Attack there.
Another one into the net. Another point for Skyline.
Point. Skyline.
And they're lurking now, Kevin.
They're
Lurking.
trying. I mean, you got to play every point, right? And you just can't call it the first set until you finish it off, Rats.
Another nice serve.
Skyline.
Skyline down 6 now.
And they're chipping away.
That service is long here on point. Just 2 away from closing out game 1.
Substitution, Isabella Demetral back in the game for Rona Sojati, Julie Barnett to serve. Attack there.
Miss hit by Skyline. Point for Huron. Game point.
Timeout for Skyline.
And another timeout called by Skyline.
Just to try to refocus their squad, telling them that this first game of this match is not over yet. Good play as far as changing around the service, but it looks like they're really going to have to focus more on that offense that's coming from the Rats.
Well, and Skyline really has to eliminate any mistakes, any unforced errors.
And this is the player to watch for the Rats, Christine Volatel. She's the all-time record holder for kills in Huron history. Broke that record this year.
And there's a kill by Richardson, and that'll do it for game 1. Game 1 goes to the River Rats, 25-16. We're going to take a quick break and be back with game 2 action here on City TV Sports.
Did you know most of your favorite city TV programs are available just a click away? Head to CTN's homepage and follow the video on demand link, and you can watch locally produced television that matters to you. Local news and information, election coverage, community events, and local sports. Check out Community Television Network's Video on Demand. CTN on your schedule.
And welcome back to the Riverdome for Game 2 action here. Skyline and Huron volleyball. Huron taking the first match, as you see there on the screen, 25-16. Game 2 on tap. We're just about ready to get underway.
And Pete, just to recap that first game, there was just a quick action from the Rats coming out. Home team feeling a little bit more comfortable, but slowly but surely the Eagles were coming back. So I'm really looking forward to this second game here. Even at their last week match with Pioneer, that was the best time they showed up was in that second game. So let's see back what Coach Shannon Murphy has for her Eagles in store for the second game. Must be a TV timeout. Oh, wait a minute, that's us.
That's right.
Okay, ready for the start of set 2. Back to serve, Kristen Vilatel.
Oh, game 2 underway here.
Skyline. Substitution, number 1, Gabby Skipper. And for
That's
number
Fendrick
6,
again with the
Serena
kill.
Cowan.
And she runs around out there like a human energy drink. Wow.
Just won't stop.
And that ball is in for Huron's first point.
Younger sister, Kira Volatel.
Emily Dodge serving for the Rats.
Emily Dodge back to serve for Huron. Skyline can't handle it. Huron gets the point.
Tricky service there. Kind of had a funky kind of a spin on it there.
A bit of English.
Bit of English. I like that, Pete. Yeah, she has a knuckleball coming right at him.
Another kill for Skyline.
Austin, side out, Skyline.
Austin's had some good plays for the Eagles tonight.
Back in the game, Claire Fendrick to serve.
Better start this time for the Eagles as well. And that one is long. Point for Huron.
Huron. Substitution, number 7, Ronas Hojadi in for Isabella Demetral.
We saw Jody in the first game. Pretty good server here.
Near net violation there by the Eagles.
Pointed out by the entire River Rat squad.
Nice block there by the River Rats.
There's going to be some.
And they'll get it down and get the point.
Look at the looks up going up to the. I'm not sure if the official needed any help with that, but The Rats are more than kind to point out that that may have been 4 times that the Eagles tapped the ball that time.
Nice dig there. And into the net point for Skyline.
Substitution, number 10, Alexa Pinsky into the game, and number 3, Hannah Klein into the game.
Let's see if we can count at home, folks. 1. Okay, off the net. Did her hand touch it, Pete? That's the question right there.
That's only 3 touches.
3 touches or 3 touches and a finger. Not sure.
Could be.
Point, Huron.
Either way, the Rats ended up winning that point, so.
That ball is out. Skyline point.
Back into the game, Serena Cowan. Allie Austin serving for the Eagles.
A nice hit there by Kristen Violetel for the point.
Set up by Julie Barnett. Really well as far as the placement on her sets, giving her teammates just easy opportunities for the kill.
And that went into another Huron point.
Tad bit of miscommunication for the Eagles. Boy, that looked a little deep from Edwards, but the Eagles played it.
The Eagles fighting hard.
Nice. Oh, wow. Excellent defense from both teams.
And that's going to be wide and long. They're going to call that Skyline point. It must have been off a Huron player.
Actually, it almost kind of looked like, Pete, from the far official that he may have called net. Like the River Rats touched the net on that play.
Another kill by Violetel, another point for Huron.
Violetel showing you why she's the kill leader in school history. Nice air on her and strong power on the follow through.
And that is out, point for Skyline. Eagles staying in this match, only down 2.
Definitely that energy we spoke of in the beginning is starting to come to fruition on the Eagles side. Violetel's just smart. Ask any coach, do you want it the athleticism or it upstairs? They'll always take it upstairs. She just happens to have a little of both.
Nice jinx, Kevin.
That's what I'm good for. I'll be here on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Gabby in to serve for number 6.
Nice dig, but that's going to go out of bounds. Point for Huron.
Point Huron. Sarah Edwards back in the game. Emily Dodge serving.
Nice point there by the Eagles.
Austin again showing her jumping ability and placement ability. Just feathered the ball over the net.
That point is out.
Communication. Gotta love that for the River Rat side.
And another point for Huron.
The Rats just really work that volleyball around until they find a spot, and then they just go for it.
I'd also like to point out that City TV Sports is now being broadcast in stunning widescreen. Frankly, I'm stunned.
Side out, Skyline, number 10. Alexa Pinsky back in the game.
Point for Skyline.
This game here is just nip and tuck. Nobody can really take over the momentum.
Double hit there by Skyline. Point for Huron.
Substitution, Emma Heaton for Kara Volatile.
Kara Volatile on that play there. Came swooping into the net. Looks like she's coming in for a big spike, and at the last minute switched over to the deke. Great effort.
Nice hit there, right along the net.
Yeah, right down Main Street. Straight shot.
Serena Cowan back in, Allie Austin to serve.
Well, this Huron team knows this role. They're just feeding Volatile over and over.
They find her. Barrett is smart to set her.
And that hit into the net. Another point for Huron.
Just kind of wear you down, that grind him out style. And like you say, Pete, they know the Rats do as far as finding who they want to spike that ball. Man, both teams are turning it up.
And another kill for Volatile. Huron out to a 5-point advantage.
Oh, good timeout. I needed a timeout after all of those rallies, Pete.
We have an honored guest in the crowd tonight. She's my class principal when I went.
You can see Coach Shannon Murphy there, probably saying good job on the defense, but we need to really understand what the Rats are trying to do on their offensive end as well. First-year coach for the Eagles.
One way to neutralize the main hitter for the opposite team is to, when it's your turn to hit, direct the hit directly at her.
That's a good
to make her force the dig and the odds of her not getting the third hit over the net are less.
Understand.
If she's handling the dig.
Kind of just taking him out of the play with what your offense is giving him.
Right. Make the big offensive player play some defense.
Sarah Edwards.
We'll take them out of their comfort zone. Klein came from a position we really haven't seen tonight as far as coming in from the outside. Oh.
And off the hand of the Eagle player, point for Huron.
Volatile really does have a strong kill. I mean, if you got it, use it, right? And she's using it.
Right. That point for Huron. Skyline with a net violation. Huron starting to take a little bit more control in this matchup. 7 now. And just 7 away from securing game 2.
There you see Coach Tony Comer coming in and making a substitution there.
Another kill by Vilatel. Starting to become a little bit of a broken record in this game, too.
Sure is, and I'm not sure what the Eagles can do on defense to stop something like that. I'm not even sure if they're really containing her right now.
Another point for Huron. That went just inside the line.
Rats are feeling real good about themselves right now, and it looks like Eagles might get another timeout here, Pete. Looking a little exasperated there in the face of Coach Shannon Murphy there. Is just not sure what she can do to stop Volatel's strong kills.
Here's a look at that on the replay. That one courtesy of our slam cam.
I like the slam cam. We got a sponsor for that yet? Oh, we don't need one. I like that. Good action there. Good work on the camera as always. A little tighter defensive set for the Eagles.
And was touched by the Skyline player here on point. Up 10 now and taking control of this game 2.
Boy, you're telling me, Pete, when you said earlier this ball moves fast as far as coming right at the player. The reaction time, it's split second.
Another nice kill by Huron.
Dimitra, I believe, on the kill there.
Still serving for Huron, Julie Barnett.
So Huron doubled up on Skyline. Another good volley by both teams. Skyline fighting hard. And the Eagles come up with the point.
Volatile seemed like she kind of took that play off as far as getting some height and really spiking the ball. She may be getting tired, Pete.
And another kill by Dimitro.
Problem is for the Eagles is it's not just one player having a good night for the Rats. What a
service
serve.
is long by Vilatel. Well, they called that in.
Yeah, I think that was, now the official is looking around, but from my vantage point, Pete, it did look like it dropped in.
Oh, game point for the River Rats. And that'll do it for game two. Huron comes away with the 25-12 victory over Skyline. We're going to take a break and be back with game three action here on City TV Sports.
Okay, for
Ann Arbor, the place, the sights, the people, the events, the spirit. Where town and gown meet to share ideas, show our support, explore our diversity. We play. We cheer. We celebrate. We recreate. Active. Involved. Many cultures. One community. Treetown is our town. This is Access Ann Arbor.
And welcome back to the River Dome as the Rats, as you see here on your screen, up 2-1 over the Skyline Eagles. Pete, that second game there, it looked like it started off better for the Eagles, but time and time again, the Rats just took control of the volleys and ended the business with a point on their end.
Well, and specifically, Kristen Vilatel took over for the Rats and scored several points in a row for the River Rats and really took over that game.
Another player for the Rats to shine was Barnett, number 9, setting a very good placement of those balls that was getting killed by Vilatel. Well, Coach Murphy there is discussing with the Libro. Had to check with the official on the correct terminology for the defensive specialists on either side. They have a different jersey. They can only substitute for one particular person. And like we said, they're usually on the court the entire time because of their defensive specialist skills and setting skills. Where is this excitement coming from the Eagles? They're not watching the scoreboard, Pete.
Youthful exuberance.
Gotcha.
Kevin.
You know,
Perhaps you forgot over the years. And that violation by the River Rats. Skyline takes the first point of game 3.
I like that excitement from their side. They need to build on something.
And that service is long.
Service game hasn't been bad for the Eagles. It's winning the volleys.
Skyline couldn't handle that one. A point for Huron.
Unfortunate there for Fendrick.
Looks like bad communication there on the Eagles sideline, or side of the ball. It dug out. Maybe it was side by, so there's no one there to pick up the
second
Eagle
time
player.
that's happened tonight too, Pete, as far as the communication on the back line.
Low serve into that, point for Skyline.
I think she was trying to be a little bit too cute on that serve. She had been placing it exactly where she wanted it. An unfortunate toss that time.
Another point for Skyline. They knotted up at 3.
We have a backward server there, Pete.
Off the block, point, Huron. Kill for Kara Violetel. Sarah Edwards back in the game. Emily Dodge back to serve.
Skyline can't handle the kill from Dimitral, and they take the point.
Dimitra's probably one of the more physically strong players on the Rat side.
Another hit out of bounds by Skyline. Huron up 6-3.
Eagles can ill afford to dig themselves in a hole here.
A miss hit by Skyline.
Good service here by Dodge.
Another kill by Huron.
And I'm not
And the
sure.
River Rats are starting to get charged up now.
They're getting charged up, and they really are thriving off of those long rallies. They seem to, just like we were saying earlier, kind of grind out those points.
That's sort of just over the net. No block there. Referee called it not touched by Skyline.
Overruled.
Now he changed his mind and awarded the point to Huron.
You see, real officials have a replay system inside their head, and that's what he had to replay there, because that looked like the ball was not touched.
Well, conference between the referees there. Just poor set there, and she knows it. That was Barnett looking a little sheepish there after that set. No point for Skyline.
Gotta love this young lady's spark. Sarah Edwards with a great play there to set up her teammate.
Substitution, Ronas Hojani, number 7, and for number 12, Isabella Dimitrov.
Not sure if that one was going to be in at all.
Scrappy effort by the Eagles there, but they could not handle it. Keep it in bounds. Point for Huron.
Yeah, they're really been unfortunate tonight as far as trying to paint those back lines with their shots. Huron, on the other hand, has been really forcing the action with their long shots to the back line of the Eagles.
Timeout on the floor. If you're just joining us, Huron won game 1, 25-16, and game 2, 25-12. They hold a 2-0 out of best-of-5 match. Game's advantage in this best-of-5 match. And they're up in game 3.
Well, you can definitely see why the Rats advanced all the way to the regional finals last year. And a lot of returners on this squad for Tony Comer. I wanted to say
and Rachel Martin.
Tom. I don't know why that name stuck in my head. Maybe Tom Brady. He's my fantasy football player.
Could be.
I got nothing for you.
Right back at you, mister.
Great dig there.
And the ball is in. Another point for Huron.
Another one of these long volleys, Pete.
And there's a hit by Huron and the point. Kara Violetel on that point.
It just seems like when you get a long volley like that, experience sets in, and the Rats are going to find a opening at some point or another.
Well, the one thing I'm noticing on the Skyline side, they don't have that one player that they can go to for the absolute kill. Maybe they haven't developed that player yet. But Huron, obviously, with Violatel, have that, and Skyline doesn't. That seems to be the difference.
Well, last year for Skyline Eagles, it was Melissa Crime, and she's no longer here. 3-year player on varsity squad. That's the kind of experience you'd like to have, especially with the young squad. Huron defense is really everywhere.
And point for Huron right down the line.
Nice run on the other side by number 1, Gabby Skipstad.
A little bit of miscommunication there on the Huron side, Kevin.
Bit of miscommunication, and it looked like Volatile turned into a pretzel there trying to get over for that ball.
Net violation on the River Rats.
Been a clean match so far as the Rats are concerned. Not too many errors.
Nice black there by the Eagles. But on the next volley, they can't handle it. Point for Huron.
Well, you can see the Eagles' strategy now is switched to trying to really force the action to the back line and matriculating that way. But unfortunately for the Eagles, the Rats just seem to be able to adjust.
Matriculating?
Yeah,
wow.
Brought in a little outside indoor sports terminology. No? Yes?
Big college word. Wow.
Timeout, Huron.
Coach Crummer, what's that? Coach Crummer here talking to his Rats about the game's not over yet, making sure that all of the players are on the same team, and maybe bringing into play that what the Eagles' strategy is switched to as opposed to trying to win volleys at the net. They're forcing the action to the back line.
Emma Welsh, serving for Huron.
Kill from the back line from the Eagles.
Austin again on the spike. Oh, check that. That was Dixon. Good catch there, Pete.
I do what I can, Kevin. Helping you out.
Thank you, sir.
Another good volley and missed hit by Violatel into the net. Point for Skyline.
And don't look now. Here come the Eagles.
Huron can't return that one. Another point for Skyline, and Eagles on a little bit of a roll here.
Not sure if Coach Tony Crummer wants to, yeah, he's going to have to slow this action down after that last timeout. All of the energy came out on the Eagles bench. All smiles there, and not so much now for the Riverettes.
That's 2 timeouts for Huron. They're out of them. Skyline with 1.
Final timeout of the night, well, of this game for the Rats. Maybe in future matches they'll move the baskets away from the court. Second time tonight that the ball has touched the rim. Looks like there's some discussion going on between one of the officials and Coach Murphy. She's pleading her case that we didn't put those baskets there. That's have to be something that's discussed prior to the match beginning in case a ball touches one of the basket stanchions. What is the call? Similar to a ball going off the roof here inside the dome. You can see the River Rats. You can see the River Rats coach right there. Both captains are over with the officials here trying to get an explanation.
Well, that backboard's got to be out of bounds.
Yeah, well,
it's
you
way
pointed
past
out.
the line. And when the ball hits the backboard, the ball's dead.
Well, in the first game, the ball hit the backboard, if you weren't with us, and it seemed to be a discrepancy between the two officials what the ruling would be. Doesn't seem like they've cleared it up now.
Substitution number 12, Isabella Demetral.
They'll hit the rim here, right there. And that was hit into the rim by the Skyline player. Both the Skyline player and the ball are out of bounds. It's got to be out of bounds. It's as if it would hit the roof.
Exactly.
Well, it's 16-12 Huron in favor.
I'm going to call 4 hits there. Oh, no, he's saying he's palming.
Point for Skyline.
So hard to recapture the momentum once you lose it. And you can see from the River Rats, they're not all smiles as they were in the first 2 games.
And Skyline with the block and the point. And now they're within 2.
And that energy that the Eagles came out with in the, well, you can see a little dancing going on out there, but that energy level is moving over to success for the Eagles. You can see the reaction there, Pete.
Oh, another point for Skyline.
Not too many aces tonight either. That's one of the few.
Oh, Skyline serving once again. And that one's into the net. Maybe that'll stop the bleeding for Huron.
Number 10, Captain Kristen Biletel.
Great play there by Fenrick.
Oh, how that ball got over the net. And it's down for another point for Skyline. And the Eagles are really into this game 3.
Momentum all on the Eagles side as The River Rats try to do a little gamesmanship on the officials there. Volatel goes over and shows both officials what happened.
And Volatel maybe not focusing. Miss hit, another point for Skyline, and it's tied at 17.
Well, coach will tell you, keep your head in the game. You're not going to go and get a play reversed.
And Skyline takes the lead, 18-17. Another point for Skyline, and they really got on a roll now.
Fenrich's coming out of her hair. You can never put your finger on momentum, but once you have it, you never want to let it go.
And finally, Huron stops the Skyline run, and they get the point.
Substitution coming, number 5, Sarah Edwards in for 3, Emma Welch, and Emily Dodge serving.
A nice block there by Huron, and they tie it back up at 19.
Well, it was Emily Dodge who really got the Rats going with her service play early in this game. 4 consecutive points.
Hey, Huron can't save it. Point for Skyline.
Alexandria Austin on the spike there. And Fenrich, she's been the spark plug for the Eagles.
And that's going to be long off a Skyline player. We're tied again.
Coach Murphy never wants to see 2 of her Eagle defenders running after a play, because that tells you that they were both out of position.
And a nice block by Huron, and they take the lead, 21-20. The River Rats trying to close out this determined Eagle team and having a difficult time doing it. That's going to be off of Hojati. And we're tied again.
This Eagle team is very scrappy. Never say die. They're actually playing their best play of the night in the 3rd game here after being down 0-2.
And that kill is good. Sarah Edwards with the kill for Huron.
Nice placement on that spike there, going to the back row. No one at home.
Well, That's long, and Huron leads 23-21. Timeout by Skyline.
Wow, the ebb and flow of this third game, Pete. Back and forth and back and forth. Whoa, a little last-second play there from the Eagles.
And they get the point.
Didn't hurt the results, though. Last second, someone from the Eagle bench forgot they were supposed to be on the court.
Alexandria Austin came running onto the floor at the last second, just in time for the Eagle point. That serve is into the net, and we have game and match point here for Huron.
Sarah Edwards with the opportunity to close out crosstown rival Eagles.
And that's going to be off a Skyline player, and that'll do it for Huron. They'll win this match without a valiant effort by the Eagles, 25-22, and they'll take this match 3-0. Thoughts, Kevin?
Just a scrappy match there in the third game from the Eagles. Unfortunately, they dug themselves into some early holes in the first two games and just was unable to come back. But I think the overall comments would be about the Rats' experience as well as defense. They came to play tonight.
I'd like to thank all the people that make this production possible. Our director, Rob Cross. Audio and replay by Greg McDonald. Graphics by Joe Dinda. Cameras, Jason Broniak and Tim Nagai. And for Kevin Bryant, this is Pete Poyer. Once again, the final score, it's Huron 3 games to Skyline 0.